Trying to get centered.
All right.
Whoop, whoop.
Hey, babies. I need everybody to concentrate on me for a second. But I want to share.
Sound like my mother-in-law.
Yeah. There's a serious problem that happened over the last couple of days that I really need to address. Sex, drugs, and violence are just an amazing thing, and it's all sex great and drugs. I mean, I'm not really a big drug guy, but violence, awesome. If you're going to have a paranormal or comedy horror movie, the three things you really want is sex, drugs, and violence. So, ladies and gentlemen, just take it from me. If you want to see the best sex, drugs, and violence that we've offered so far, tune in to The Hike on Amazon, please. It's available on Prime. Vinny just exploded.
Was that violence or sex?
I don't know. Something exploded at your house. It just like sounded like a.
I just turned myself off mute because you said you wanted 30 seconds.
All right. Well, so just so everybody knows, if you watch The Hike, you're going to be exposed to sex, drugs, and violence, nudity, alcohol use. I smoke a pipe. Pipe smoking. It was.
So why are you saying this? You're not telling people why you say.
Because we got this hilarious 1-star review that the person was like trying to be it's one of the pretentious church going Bible Belt people that I knew was going to, after that aired last night on WVLT, that we were going to get people that were going to tune in going, oh, this is a nice, lovely R-rated horror comedy. I wonder if it's going to be wholesome and pure. And they, I knew there was going to be a bunch of people like that coming off the news bit. And there was this movie's got sex and drugs and violence in it. Holy shit. Tracy. Now we are above water individuals. What are you knitting right now?
Oh, it's crochet.
What are you crocheting right now?
I just
hold on. This is it's a nipple. She's crocheting a nipple.
And not just any kind of nipple. This is a breastfed nipple.
Yeah. So
this is a used nipple.
Yeah, that is for Candy's new baby because
Candy's watching this with her boobs out. By the way, speaking of nipple, ladies and gentlemen, Kirby.
Kirby!
Yes!
Kirby is the catalyst of sex, drugs, and violence in our movie. She is the one that spearheaded the front of. Yeah. So Kirby,
I'm all about controversy. Bring it.
There's something that Kirby did for us last night that nobody knows about.
I don't even know about it.
No, there are death scenes in the final speech of the movie. There's going to be death scenes at slow motion. And last night, I guess in a hotel, it looked kind of shady. Kirby was again going with the 1-star review of the sex, drugs, and violence. Now, this is the funny thing: that the hike has no sex. Now, there's some nudity in it, and there's adult conversation. I don't want that to hurt our people going, well, now I'm not going to watch it. But this new movie is going. There is actually simulated things that are happening.
I'll be right back, man. I'm crowning. I'm at like 7 centimeters dilated over here.
All right, he's gone. We don't want to hear that. We're talking about sexy stuff. He can get back on later.
Oh God.
So
I don't even.
No, we're not even going to. We're going to.
That's worse than a Dollar General story.
Yeah, those are terrible. So anyway, if he ever tries to start talking to you about the contortioner one, don't just get out of the car. But anyway, so Kirby last night sent she filmed her death scene, which Sister Stormy is a what is that called, Kirby? Pentecostal? Is that a Pentecostal? What is the tongue? She speaks in tongues.
I speak in tongues. It's the preacher speaking in tongues, which I actually do in real life. So
Okay, so
using the experience.
Right on. So the whole movie's about hypocrisy. We're not making fun of religion. If anybody thinks it's about religion, it's wrong. It's about pretending that you're something you're not. So at the end, her death scene, she's actually filming herself with another chick, a bunch of cocaine, and a dude, because they're partying hardy at Y2K. So, like Luke
my best friend from since 7th grade, so she was totally down. I have good friends.
So sounds like it. Better friends than I had. So Luke is 100% right, even though he's gone off to take care of the business. I just know when Ted Hall is looking into a camera lens, because Ted Hall's been around East Tennessee for a long time. I remember back when I was a kid. And when he looks into a camera lens and he's like, this movie is, free on Amazon Prime. Now, all these old people. And guess what? We woke up today, there was a bevy of 1-star reviews of people who were just mortified. And it's a horror comedy. I mean, those don't fare too well in reviews anyway. Even the best ones, like Cabin in the Woods and Shaun of the Dead, there's not a lot of those types of things because people don't. This is the funny thing about movies like that, and that's something we all got to remember. If you ever go to RottenTomatoes.com, comedies get dumped on like crazy. Even the good ones are like at 81%. Horror movies are even worse. Even the better. Oh, Luke's back. But even the horror movies. There's my man. Even horror movies get like even the best ones get like 66%. So when you combine a horror comedy, people either want to be scared or they want to laugh, and they're very rarely they want to do both. So we're going to get beat up pretty good. Luke, you had to go take care of the bill collector or whatever was outside. And
I was actually making spaghetti for my son.
Oh shit! I just knocked over 6 sodas. So now I've got to go.
Easy. So, ladies, how y'all doing?
Hey,
Kirby, I like the new haircut. The new hair color is a very good look.
Thank you on that. And I've actually been in the sun a lot, so I'm not totally washed out. But I'll be back to red by next time we film.
Tracy, it looks like you're wearing a crocheted shirt today. Let's take a look. Very nice, very nice.
Nice.
And then Amber, you look like you brought the boobs with you today.
As always. That's my best asset.
All right, yeah. Oh,
then he's back.
It's good that Luke can objectify the women while I'm gone.
Calm down, Miss Beth.
Yeah.
I wouldn't let that go unchecked. But so Kirby sent some sex scenes in for the movie last night. And
it was my version of how this should go down. I was surprised at some of the things I was coming up with.
It was pretty weird. I had some strange sensations watching some of that stuff. So anyway, Ted Hall. I just want to say, last night on the TV, if you don't know and anybody's isn't aware, last night we had a pretty good. And Amber, thank you for setting this up. Last week, Abby whatever, she's Greek.
Kurosawa and McMahon Films. But if they did, they'd have a samurai.
Wow, that's you can tell do you do that song when you do
You ever watch Napoleon Dynamite and the uncle is like stuck in the early 80s? I am stuck in the damn 90s. I cannot.
That's
get
better.
out.
That's better. But last night, so we were on WVLT, and it's Abby Katasoros is the name. I know it's a Greek name. So anyway, she came out and did an interview, and thank you so much, Abby.
Is that like a dinosaur cat?
That's actually maybe. It sounds like something like an elementary school kid.
It's what's ever eating Tracy's head right now.
Nothing's eating my head.
Oh,
That's Fred. Fred's over there eating himself. I don't know.
But so anyway, so we were on WVLT last night, and they gave us a very wholesome review of what we're trying to pull off, and like Luke said,
that's the best thing ever. That they were so like, this is good, award-winning. People are going to watch it and be like, what the fuck? And my favorite part is Ted Hall at the end. You could see in his face when he realized what WJHC stood for.
Yes, I was about to say it. He's looking at the camera, and he's like, the next movie is called WJHC AM, a radio station in La Follette. And he's sitting there going, yeah, effing right.
Radio station.
It's like, there's no way there's a radio station called that, because Ted Hall started in radio. That's how I know him. He was with WIMZ.
I'm telling you, they all watched the movie last night, and somewhere a PA is backstage, and he goes, "Who's ready for some bestiality?" And Ted's like, "Hey, shut up! I'm Baltimore bad."
Today's been a weird day. It's been absolutely wonderful.
Well, I got to play guitar today and sing on the rooftop at work. That's my new job. I'm a guitar playing singer, in Gatlinburg. That's a cool gig, man. I made some tips. I made the bartender some tips. It was a good time. Bad.
Well, good for you, man. I'm glad you got to do that. I know you've been dying for years to find an avenue to play music.
I get up there. The first thing I go is like, all right, who likes country music? Me neither. Let's.
Everybody does.
They're like, hey.
Everybody does, man. Me and Amber, when we shot up there, somebody's speaker's a little too loud. I'm not sure whose it is, but when me and Amber had a shoot up at the Creative Theater with you guys, but we went and ate dinner, and I was going to talk to her about stuff, business, and this guy, like 2 feet away from, staring at me and her like, "Please love me."
Yes.
And he's like, playing country music. I hate country music. I'm sorry if you like it, anybody out there, but I can't stand it. I feel like it's depressing. I've never, as a musician, I respect the storytelling elements of country music. I like Johnny Cash. I like who Dolly Parton is. I can take it in small doses, kind of like gay sex, but I can't have tons of country music or I'll get grumpy.
Well,
that poor guy was sitting there looking at us, and I was basically in Amber's lap trying to whisper what we needed to talk about as we were eating these terrible wings.
Well, I thought it was weird when I moved down here 21 years ago. I thought everybody in the South would love country music, and I came down here and I realized that there's more people that listen to country in Chicago. Like 99.5 in Chicago is the most listened to country station in the world. And then I come down here, and they don't like country music.
Well, WIVK here has a strange distinction of having the biggest market share of any radio station in history. It it used to have like almost a 60% market share. When you're splitting that up over like 30 radio stations, that's insane. But now it's receded to about 23%. It's still the number one in the country as far as per capita listening. But it's just because the radio in Knoxville's terrible. People move here. Like when you move to a city, you listen to the radio station to get the heart and soul of a city. Like what's happening? Where's all the cool people? Where'd Amber go? And when that disappears, well, we'll just keep moving around. We'll see if we'll make this like Mario Party. We'll see who gets first place.
Hey, I'm gonna throw. I'm throwing a shell at Kirby. So,
okay, I gotta say that I don't even know what you're saying. But I just want to address people here. Brandon Hughes.
Hey, Brandon's finally here.
He's in the chat room, and he's actually somebody I'm very proud that he tried to do my special move in wrestling where you curl up in a ball and you roll around on the bed, and I think he hurt himself in front of his wife. There we go. Amber's back.
That's super sexy.
So Brandon is here. Candy wants more boobs, which we can definitely take care of. Cody Raines says he actually really enjoyed the hike. And you know what?
It's a funny response because I get that a lot.
we made it for people to enjoy. It wasn't just for us going out there to, jerk around. We
that's what my own father, who I never in a million years thought would watch this movie. But my own father goes, I actually enjoyed that. Was way better than I thought it would be. I mean, I get that a lot. Like, people thought that we were going to go out and make a shit movie. Right. And like, I love these reviews I love the negative reviews because you can tell they never watched the movie. Right. Because like, there's no plot. I was like, dude, that movie's got plot like a mother. And
you'll see a review that'll say there's no plot. It's two people and they go meet a guy in the woods and the guy kills him. And I'm like, that's not what happened at all. And it's like, and then somebody else will say there's too much plot. I don't understand what this, and I don't understand that. And I think the marketing of the movie, we did bad because it's going to be a movie that people don't like unless they like this particular style of humor, because it's funny in a Kevin Smith, real irreverent way, and it's scary at times, and it's like Zack and Miri Make a Porno. I don't think people like that movie because it was too sweet, and it was also very gross.
Very gross.
And the amount of... I loved it too. But the amount of people that like Zack and Miri Make a Porno are these really sweet, like born-again Christians and Buddhists who really think dick jokes are funny, Well,
so, it's me and you from Zack and Miri Make a Porno, every time we meet each other, we greet with the Dutch rudder. Where we...
I don't even know what that is. Oh, yes, it's where you grab, and so it's not like you're doing it.
Yeah, I'm manipulating your arm, and you're manipulating my arm.
So it's not so homosexual. So Kelly Landers is here, my girl from Rome, Georgia. Hello, Kelly Landers. Tell me how we're acquainted again. I can't remember. I'm terrible with names. I'm sorry. So, but I love you. I like Georgia. Girls from Georgia are really cute.
Dude, I played, because I'm going to keep talking about myself, I played the song Georgia today, and I realized that it transitions perfectly into Lunch Lady Land. So that was fun. I had that actually got me the most tips, is when I played the song Georgia into Lunch Lady Land.
That's what is the secret to cover songs, is doing that. They think you're a genius. People don't realize that almost every song follows the same chord progression, just different keys.
Yeah. That was a mark out moment for people. And then when I played You Don't Know How It Feels from Tom Petty, and then at the guitar solo, I go into Mr. Boombastic from Shaggy, and people are like, oh, what the fuck?
So you kind of play the stuff that we did. We used to play rock, and then we do R&B, and then we do hip hop, and people are like, oh, my mind is blown.
I'm like our movies. I don't like to play the hits. I like to play what I like. So
the other thing is we also borrow from different sources. So I mean, a movie of ours is not going to be like Halloween. Well, it's going to be like Halloween with about 7 other different influences.
I think Kirby was a lot into this, where when we first started making this movie, one of the big inspirations for it was Wrestling with Ghosts, where our whole point of Wrestling with Ghosts was, if it's funny and then it's scary, it plays with emotions better. And that's how we kind of wrote this movie, to be comedy, what the fuck, comedy. And because like that cave scene, I'll put that up against any scene. That whole, that shit was amazing. And again, if you turn the video off and just listen to the cave scene, it sounds like there's some sex, drugs, and violence going on. Candy really, dude, I can't tell you how good, how you guys weren't in the cave. Vinny was. Candy was touching and holding on and like sliding against these walls that are just covered in bat shit.
Total trooper.
Yeah, total trooper. And I can't wait to use her and more. I can't wait to use all you guys and stuff. Like Tracy's role in Tracy actually became the second lead of I rewrote Camp Smokey, and Tracy's now going to be the second lead of Camp Smokey. And I think I'm going to, I hate to do this to Sheena, and I don't know if she's listening, but I'm going to use Kirby in the Sheena spot. Sheena's going to be Kirby's going to be another character that is central to the plot, but only shows up in the last half an hour.
Oh, okay. Well, we got a couple comments here.
Oh, dude, that's the girls you were talking about, the casino girls?
Well, it's funny, Wendy. Hold on a second before you leave. Jesse also said when the girl was going through the cave with no light, I was on my couch sofa, scared shitless. And yes, I just, when I see that type of thing, I freak out. I think that, Candy has won Best Actress awards, Best Actress in a Horror. She did a great job keeping up with my crazy improv crap that I kept throwing at her. But when it became time for her to be a scream queen, she took it. She just was awesome.
And again, I'm not going to take anything away from Candy because she was amazing. But it's not hard to be scared when you're a mile deep into a cave, away from the closest light source, with bats flying everywhere.
And you're with Wrestling with Ghosts. I mean, you're with El Gordo, Gringo, me, and you. We could have beat her up and took her lunch money. Nobody would have done anything. And then, okay, so Wendy is, when we were doing normal taxi work, I took a bunch of girls from Georgia to the casino. As
opposed to abnormal taxi work?
Well, we don't do much anymore. Well, I just do what I want to do. I don't take people like, I need to come up to this cabin. I'm like, you fucking buy my brakes and put in a new front suspension, I'll come get you. I did forget that shit. So anyway, but when we were operating like a normal taxi, doing all the possible calls, I took a group of chicks, which I take them anytime, to the casino in Cherokee. Now, the reason I bring this up, I love that drive. I do it every day. But we ran across a bunch of elk, which it was Christmas time, and I thought they were animatronic reindeer at the beginning. I was like, man, these people in Cherokee normally don't have a lot of money, but they really have these Christmas decorations. And then they stampeded across the highway, and they almost ran into the taxi. And all the girls were flipping out. They were asking me what these things were. I said, I'm from Baltimore. I don't know what any of these. I think they're mutant deer or something. We got to get a shotgun. But later we found out they were elk. That element of the story, or that memory, we're putting a red elk in this radio station movie, the WJHCAM, thank you, Ted Hall, movie, where we see like this radioactive elk. But it was because I saw those elk right up close, and they were freaking weird. They were weird looking, man. Turkeys are weird looking. I don't know. So anyway,
there was a turkey in my yard this morning. My dogs didn't kill it. It was weird.
They look like little demon raptor things. You always see them when they're fat and we're about to kill them, but when they're skinny and they're running across the road, they look like raptors. I get that whole evolution thing where people say dinosaurs used to be birds. I can see that. That thing looked like Jurassic Park Jr. So yes, Wendy, I do remember you, and thank you for making out with me when I was crying so much.
You seem like the kind of guy that would cry during sex.
The lady that gave a 1-star review and said sex, violence, and drugs in an R-rated horror movie. That lady has cried during sex.
Oh yeah, she's the type of person that has 3 nipples and only uses one.
I don't know what that means. That comment lost us 2 viewers, Luke. Just keep it together. Just keep it together a little bit. But yeah, so and then Jeremy Cantelli is here.
Oh fuck, the Cantor man.
Yes.
God, I really wish he was our cameraman. I really wish he was our cameraman instead of me.
Talking to him, I got some more information. So Jeremy is now doing more special effects. And so one thing I was going to ask him, there's a couple of effects in this movie talking about the red deer. I want him to kind of work on that. The lady's eyes that are going to be glowing in the dark and stuff like that.
What about the sheep for the cotton scene?
I don't know. See, we just lost another one. You got it. What are you doing?
Hey, I got great feedback. I couldn't make the music video shoot Monday. I thought it was at night. It was during the day, and Tracy filled in. And I actually thought that was better because I thought a female with what do I know about filming a 16 or 17-year-old pop star, Emmy Sunshine. I don't know if we're allowed to say her name, but I'm like, what do I need to know? So I was really, really happy to get Tracy's eye onto that. And that actually probably worked out better. I really wanted the payday, but I happily sacrificed and got you the equipment. But I talked to Fish, and he was super happy with you guys. You guys did a great job.
Awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Amy's so sweet. She is such a sweet girl.
Everybody there was sweet. It was a surreal experience. Like I took a nap immediately when I got home because I was wearing long pants because you guys have made me feel so embarrassed about my scarred up meth legs that I didn't wear shorts in front of Amy Sunshine. So I got home. Tracy took a picture of me. My entire right side was covered in sweat. I don't even know how humanly that's possible, how one side of your body looks like it's been drenched. It's like I was half and half. I was two-faced, but with sweat.
Maybe
But
both sides of your body were covered in sweat. You just couldn't see it in the picture.
Oh, well, that makes me feel much better. So anyway.
It was even.
Let's pause real quick. I want to tell you who Emmy Sunshine is. Emmy Sunshine has been playing music since she was 9 years old. She's very talented. She plays not the mandolin, the little guitar. And ukulele, and she's got a huge following. She was on American Idol this last season, and she was booted off with the basically like our negative, like our promote sex, drugs, and violence. Katy Perry told this girl on live television, told this 17-year-old beast of a singer, Emmy Sunshine, that she needed to get the vibrato out of her voice and be more pop like everybody else. And I was like, yes, that's the best review ever. Katy Perry said that you're too different. Oh man, that's the best thing that could have ever happened to that girl is Katy Perry saying you are too different to be a pop star. And she's like, good, thank you. So Emmy Sunshine, amazingly talented girl.
Mm-hmm.
Well, her band is also sweet, and they're all related to her. And I do want to echo that. Luke and I have always wanted to expand Big and Funky. That's why there's 5 of us here. Sometimes there's 7 or 8 of us here talking. It's because this is becoming a bigger thing. And Luke and I have weaknesses. And sometimes
banana bread.
Black girls for me. I can't. They're around me. I'm just like, come here. But anyway, but there's a shot I'm setting up, and I'm an asshole, right? So I'm sitting there, this is where the shot is. Tracy's like, I think if you come over 2 feet, I'm like, forget the fucking 2 feet. I go over 2 feet, it looks 10 times better. 2 feet. And so I was like, man, thank you so much. But I really wasn't that punitive in that thinking, but I appreciate her. She helped a bunch. I could have done that by myself, by the way, and I do appreciate you, Tracy, for that.
And I'm a dick because I forgot to send you the battery pack for the big lights, and so,
I knew you'd forget something. You've been spacing a lot lately.
I forgot that, and I forgot to give you the charger for the camera.
Well, it only took about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, 2 hours.
No, you gotta understand. My Asperger's brain. If I have to forget, so if I'm doing something out of my normal pattern, I have to back at the police department. I remember, like somebody said, "Hey, can you bring that DVD?" And if I bring the DVD and I forget my gun, it's just something like. Even this morning, I had to bring my whole PA system and guitars to work. I forgot my backpack that has all my work supplies in it.
Well, that's why we need these girls around. There's just something about, I know it's sexist and I'll probably get canceled for saying this, but women take care of all the shit that needs to be taken. Like they get all the shit before we hit the car. Well,
there's that shitty old saying, behind every great man, there's a great woman. I don't think that's the truth. I think behind every great woman, there's a guy going, what'd I forget? What am I doing?
Probably so.
If you only knew how many times I say, where are my shoes? Where's my belt? Where are my pants? It's just unbelievable. I can't keep up with that stuff.
And these girls don't forget shit. Kirby drove all the way out, or did you drive or fly all the way out from Arkansas? No, you were up in Pittsburgh, weren't you, to come down to film WJHC?
She was in Arkansas.
No, I drove to Knoxville from here in a rental car, then I flew to Boston from Knoxville.
That is when we get if everything goes right, and we get serious funding for Webb Creek, you are the star of that movie. Just because.
First off, you're casting these people on the air. Kirby,
no, Kirby
what
knows this.
What are you going to do if
Kirby knows this?
What if somebody, and I'm not going to say who it's going to be, but I have an idea, goes up to Kirby with a vat full of acid, a cup full of acid, and just throws it on her face?
Well, that's fine. Then that's the character. Now,
what if they?
No, I have a problem with that.
Wait a minute. You actually have a problem with somebody?
I prefer no acid in my face for this.
Right?
What?
You actually have a problem with somebody?
I would prefer.
But it is great to have a cast of talented women around us because, like, if one gets pregnant and they can't play the part in the WJHC movie.
And that's why they get paid less. Oh, what if Candy's still around for that one? Probably not. She's probably breastfeeding. Yeah, she's jumped out of here, I'm sure.
But how did that? Was the song any good? Because like we filmed 2 videos for Fish, and both those songs were by Amber.
Hi, Amber.
What an asshole.
Both of those songs that we filmed for them, you know, when you film a music video, you have to listen to the song over and over again because they have to lip sync to it and everything. And they're really good songs. So, Emmy Sunshine, good song.
It was good. I mean, it's not my cup of tea, and it was cutesy. It was it's a little different for her. If anybody doesn't know who she is, she's kind of she's young. I don't know how old she is, but she's like 20. But it's kind of like it's like
17.
Okay, so she's very young. Hello, Amber.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, cut it out. So her songs are kind of bubblegum pop country, but
they're not. If you listen to them, like she's got one song that my favorite song of hers that her and Fish wrote was you wouldn't think it listening to it, but until you really listen to the lyrics, it's like like you don't listen to American Woman. Everyone's like, yeah, American Woman, and you realize that song's anti-American. She's got another song that is about cannibalism. It's about a entire suburban neighborhood that eat each other. You know, I mean, she puts these little dark things in almost every song. That's one of the things I really respect about her.
And that's the song. I don't know that much about her, but that's what she did. This song was, I think, what's the first lyric? You're so terrible, or something like that.
That's a good tune. That's a good tune.
It's a breakup song, and they wanted to do it. It's kind of dark lyrics. Fish was excited because he thought it was a darker tune for her.
Yeah, well,
and then they wanted to have a backdrop of the putt-putt up in Townsend. And so anyway, we're going to put that place over. There's a putt-putt in Townsend. I can't remember the name of it, but it's right there on the main parkway.
Charlie Bear's putt-putt.
Yeah, thank you.
That's what like the humor of what her and Fish do is they make these like real lighthearted pop songs. Like she's Emmy Sunshine, but there is like a deep, dark horror movie behind every song, and it's fantastic.
What is going on?
Everybody's leaving?
Is everybody having a fart or something? Is that what's happening?
My internet went out for half a second.
Well, why are you doing that?
You know, it's because
it
has me on
now,
here. I'm really offended.
The Kirby
assistant director.
Kirby almost didn't make the show tonight because she's suffering from an allergic reaction to cinnamon. So somebody probably needs to
that stripper I dated back in Kansas City.
It wafts off of you, man. Just all that stripper funk from all those years ago. That desperation and single mominess.
She was there with Cinnamon. She was there with Cinnamon and Lexus and Star.
All right, she's sending me a message. Luke is an asshole. I never want to see him again. Sounds like an old stripper.
This isn't bootleg margarita. Thank you, Wiz.
All right. Well, so there was the TV news thing, which was pretty big, and that was
you're in Bigfoot country too for that video shoot.
All right, I'm talking about something else now, sir. Thank you.
Hey, suck it.
So And then today, but thanks to Amber again, we had an interview in the Smoky Mountain Times out of Bryson City.
Mhm.
And I was called Vincent the entire, which is not a bad name. It's not my name, but it's not a bad name. But I was called Vincent the entire article.
Well, Vinny's not your name either.
Yeah, it is. And so,
Oh, they didn't correct that?
no, they call me Vincent Vineyard. Very formal.
Wow.
Dude, that's the guy that played guitar for the
Kiss.
Vincent Vineyard Invasion, wasn't it?
It's Kiss, it's like a sub Kiss player. So, but it was one of the better articles about that me and Luke have ever had. It summarized everything. It talked about the legend of Spearfinger. It talked about what we've won and where, it was a good interview. She did a good job of that, except getting my name wrong. But that's the Bryson City Smoky Mountain Times. So you can see that on our websites at Big and Funky. Look up here. The website Big and Funky. I just put that up there if you want the link to the article or the news gimmick that we were on, the TV news thing.
Or there's also a link on there to watch The Hike on Amazon Prime.
Even better. And please rate it 5 stars, 4 stars, 3 stars, something. Put your opinion up about what you thought.
The movie is so great that you will get pregnant watching it.
Unless you
We're
don't
making it.
write body shaming reviews on our movies. Though.
Do not write body
That is
shaming
not
reviews,
okay.
Especially a female wrote a body shaming review. That is not cool.
You
No.
can't say
So
you
gross.
can't tell people not to do that, or they'll go do that now.
Yeah.
That's how evil Americans are.
Especially one of the hottest women on the planet and writes a body shaming review about her. Fuck, shut up. But our movie,
Hi,
our
Mikey.
movie, our movie is it's the Duke. Our movie is a love it
The
or hate
Duke.
it. You're either going to think it's the funniest shit you've ever seen. It's like watching Clerks for the first time, or you hated Clerks. That's it. Because I run into a lot of people that hate Evil Dead 2. They hate Clerks. They hate Mallrats. But sorry, that's what we do.
Well, I don't even think we have that. Could you be more distracting tonight?
Were the boobs not enough?
You're gonna have
The boobs back.
I can't see them. I see a neckline. That's all, in a goofy
Here,
head
there's the
thing.
boobs.
That's better. More down,
There we
less
go.
Yeah,
up.
that's all right. Yeah, leave your camera there.
Okay.
Wow.
Right
Wow.
there.
I'm
Mikey's
ashamed of both of y'all.
Mikey's
Oh my
just
gosh.
dying over here.
Hey, Mikey took over my mouth. I don't know what happened.
Pointing at her boobs.
Yeah, big news in the world of Mikey. He hit 6'4", so we're gonna have to make this movie before he's actually taller than me.
What's the
Yeah.
what's the timeline? I mean, you said mid-August. Is that when you're going to start?
Yeah, mid-August. I wrote the script. I got halfway through it, and then I got hit with a amazing idea that changes the whole movie. And I'm rewriting it now. That's probably gonna take me another week to get that. But yeah, I want to film. But anybody in there? Hi, Jesse Lunsford. Anybody that baby Cantelli knows? I need like at least a 3-cabin camp for Camp Smokey. I need that we can film that for 2 days. I talked to the guy down the street that runs a campground over here, and he's like, "No, I love Jesus." So, yeah, that's out.
Ah, what a drag.
Yeah, he's the guy. He drives a school bus, and he like tries to save the kids on the school bus every morning.
Do the kids want to get on the school bus?
No. Mikey hates. This dude won't take his bus, man.
I'm just saying,
And-
is it just,
and also
is it affiliated with a school, or is
Yeah,
it
it's
just
a
a guy?
school bus,
Okay.
but he also drives a bus to the church, and they kicked my son and daughter out of the church because my daughter likes Harry Potter and my son was playing with Pokemon cards.
If they only knew what they were like now, if they only knew what they were like now,
Yeah.
Gracious.
they would shoot them on
Wow.
sight. There's a wanted poster.
Yeah, now my daughter's into heroin, and Mikey is just an animal abuser. He just like beats the dogs all day long. It's a terrible thing.
I can't-
When he finds time in between his D&D games, because that's
Yeah.
demonic. Yeah.
That stands for demons and demons.
Yes, of course.
Do you watch Hell Box Office while you play the game? HBO
No, he just does the thing.
does the thing.
Mikey, your hair is killing me. I'm gonna have to cut your hair tonight. That's just ridiculous.
Really, this late? You're going to do that? You're going to take
Yeah.
that upon yourself? And this
Oh,
heat,
there's spaghetti in there, buddy.
I know.
That's what I was doing. I wasn't pooping earlier. I'm kidding. I was making spaghetti.
you said that.
You already told us.
We
Yeah.
cleared that. It's on the record.
We're good.
So
now.
where'd our girl Kirby go? Is she mad at us again?
She was.
She's
I
having
don't know.
technical difficulties.
Yes. Her computer's not wanting to work.
Yeah.
Well, all right. In my man group yesterday, don't ask. It's a Zoom thing. We had a great question, and there was a question that they threw around, and I was surprised by my response because it was, "What are you looking forward to most in the future?" And with all this stuff we got going on, all these things coming up, I haven't seen my daughter in 2.5 weeks. And I'm picking her up Friday. That's what I'm looking forward to most. So everybody, Tracy, what are you looking forward to most? What are you most excited about right now?
Lame.
I'm gonna get to go to. They're probably not watching. I'm gonna take my kids to the zoo.
Oh, dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's not scheduled yet, but it's gonna happen very soon.
Cool. Amber?
Took my kids to a splash pad yesterday, and there was a loading ramp for the river, and so we all got into the river. My kids can't swim, but they didn't die. It's okay.
That's what you're looking forward to?
We're
Is something in
going
the
back.
past?
We're
Oh,
going back to the river in a couple weeks, and I'm really excited. It was a lot of fun.
Funk?
So I feel pressured now. I don't like
You
it.
get to see me very soon. I know you're really looking forward to that.
Yeah. You were trying to get out of that earlier, I can tell. Now I feel like I have to make it about my kids.
You don't.
I guess maybe I'll get in an argument with my daughter later. Be like, why? And she's like, shut up. And I'm like, you don't. Why you? That kind of crap.
So that's exciting.
I mean, what I'm really excited for is finishing this movie.
Yeah, you
And
got a
getting the
lot
mo-
of editing to go, man.
And then you getting your movie started. What I'm looking forward to the most is to see if we can pull it off and release 3 movies in 2021. And if we can, if we can do that, I will just be so proud of our damn self. And if they're movies, all 3 movies are those good 1-star, you promoted too much sex and violence review quality.
I want to talk to you. We'll talk about it in the air. I want to try to see if I can make Camp Smokey quality enough. I think the story's good enough to try to get a limited theater release.
We got to get new equipment though. If you do that, they won't.
Yeah.
They won't. The equipment
Well, I mean-
we have, they won't. You'll have to rent a camera, and we'll have to get a sound engineer to figure out how to record different things on different tracks because I don't know how to do that.
It's true. All right.
I don't want to poop in your cereal.
He just peed all in his Cheerios right then.
That's the problem. I mean, that's been the problem with
Just
all
like
this.
floodgates.
We were just trying to, we'll put 3 movies out fast. That was the goal. The Hike did wonders. If each movie gets better, which it can, because I told Luke the other day, I think we got better as filmmakers during WJHC. Thanks, Ted Hall. And poor man. So anyway, there were some problems at the beginning of the filming of this, and we had a lot of problems with the Hike. But I think we'll get through all that stuff, and it'll be fucking.
They hit their commercial break, and they're like, "And now we'll be back in about 5 minutes after these commercials." I'm from Baltimore, bitch.
You hope. They may be squared if you don't know.
Yes.
Well, at my music thing, I plug the movie like 4 times. Nobody's gonna remember it or watch it. So
Well, that's the problem with playing live music. That's the thing. I know it's fun. I did it for a lot of years. You could be the best in the world. If you're not on television and if you're not on MTV or you're not on whatever people listen to music on now, you could be the best. You could give them the best fucking night of their life. They're all drunk, and the next morning they're like, "What was that guy's name up on the roof?"
well,
Was it a guy or was it a girl or was
that's
it?
what I was trying to say about playing live music is, man, you could be the most technically proficient band or singer or player ever, and if you're not entertaining, you're not. The crowd don't care. I mean, you could play the greatest thing in the world, but if you don't do it entertaining, and that's what I really dig about our movies is we bring the entertainment. That's, you know, we didn't want to, you know, we make fun movies. And the Bible Belt obviously is not going to get it, but, you know, we're making fun of their Cherokee legend. I still don't understand how we made fun of their Cherokee legend Spearfinger that kills people by eating their livers. That's, you know, you're making fun of our girl that kills people and eats their livers.
Our cannibal mascot that we adore. You're making fun of her. The one that kills children. There's not even any sort of indiscretion of what she kills. She kills babies. She just loves them livers. She needs to be protected. That's the problem. I almost posted something on Facebook today. It was like, I don't know, as a white guy that lives in Pigeon Forge, if you're going to find many more people who's accepting of race, religion, sexual preference than me and Luke, who really don't care. We're from the 70s. Our attitudes are very 70s. But I feel like eventually we're going to get eviscerated by the woke cancel culture that we probably helped usher in as a nation. This whole tolerance and let's just get off each other's ball sack and let people live and let live. And now it's exploded into something that's really going crazy.
I think every member of Big and Funky Productions is like, we're the evolution of what woke should get to, where we just accept people. You know, like Mitch is watching. Mitch, one of our favorite guys, is a furry, and we're fascinated by Mitch. You know, there's no furry rights movements going on. You know,
there will be in a couple of years.
That's next.
They'll have a flag. There'll be a Murph flag, a furry fat flag. I almost said a really bad word there unintentionally. That's a Freudian slip. But, you know, I don't know if Mitch is straight. I don't think he is, and I don't care. Mitch is a great guy.
I don't think he cares. I think that's his sexuality. Mitch doesn't give a shit.
Mitch just goes under the bridge, and a hole is a hole, right, Mitch?
As long as a little heat in there, who cares?
All right. As long as it's warm.
Oh, God.
And who has done more for the bestiality culture than we have?
Right. We are like the Man-Boy Love Association for bestiality. All right, that is a joke.
Strike that for the record.
That is a joke. These are not real statements. Do not cancel us over that. See, I told you. It didn't even last. I said it 2 minutes ago, and we're going to be I imagine in 5 years we'd be.
Tracy is now drafting a letter to HR.
I'm HR.
Hi, my name is Karen, and
yeah. Give me that letter. I'm HR. Hey, who's been hit on by their HR rep at a real job?
I'm married to the HR director.
So that's no for you.
So no, not in 15 years.
That's always awkward to see the HR rep's face when they realize you're sitting there looking at them like, "Why are you hitting on me?
Well,
is this a test?" And they're just like, "I probably shouldn't have said that."
Today we're in the elevator in the morning, and the maintenance men were on there, and they're getting off the elevator, and me and her still on it, and she starts adjusting her bra straps. I'm like, "Hey, stop playing with your tits!" And she's like, "I am the HR director. Would you not say that?" I'm like, "Oh, stop playing with your tits."
You're incorrigible. We got in trouble last year. You remember last year on this date, we were on the Hat Witches podcast talking about paranormal. And I can't even remember. We got in trouble for saying something. Oh, we were disrespectful to the dead and unsanitary on our ghost investigation because we were peeing on the Wendigo to see if he'd get pissed off.
We did not
piss on him to piss him off.
Well, the paranormal OSHA is on its way with bleach and non-slip shoes for us.
Sanitary. God, man. So many white people.
You cannot say anything without somebody like the fireworks thing. The fireworks thing kills me always this time of year. But there's people with PTSD and dogs. Well, sorry, no offense. Fuck them. And, you know, they say you can't shoot fireworks off because of people with PTSD and if dogs. Look, my dogs don't like it, but you know what? For that day, fuck my dogs. They're you know, that's just people.
Not actually though. Let's not fuck the dogs.
No, we are the NAMBLA of bestiality.
Stop. No, we're not. We are not.
Can we get Can we get that on a T-shirt? Hey, can we get Ted Hall to say that line?
Nambla of bestiality. Show name.
I don't know if we can do that. These are jokes.
Oh.
Anybody who has PTSD, I'm very empathetic towards any dogs because my dog freaks out. But Luke's point is this: we live in a fucking country, and we're going to annoy each other, and that's, I don't know. The point of Luke's thing is not his comment, and I'm gonna just quantify this for you. Is it's the constant virtual signaling and trying to look like a hero, and be like, look at that guy. Who's that guy?
Speaking of hero,
it's my boyfriend.
You could do better than that.
What's up, man?
How's it going?
It's going well.
Hi.
It's good to see you, man. Did you just get home from work?
No, church.
Nerd.
Church.
No,
Church.
Track I heard.
On a Wednesday?
They have church on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Who knew?
Are they short money or something this week?
No, it's like that every week. The kids like going because they do a special kids thing in the evening on Wednesday evenings.
It's not a Catholic church, is it?
No.
Okay. They do
Well,
kids
even
thing
if it
on
was,
Wednesday
we got
evenings.
girls
It's a
with
whole
it.
different thing.
Speaking of Ambla,
Oh my word.
Good to see y'all.
Good
Good
seeing
to
you, buddy.
see you.
Come up to my restaurant again.
We will never see Amber on the podcast again. She will be grounded from
Look at her
attending podcasts
hiding
now.
the whole thing. She's like, don't see nothing.
What? Are you looking for these? They're
Why
appreciated
did you-
today.
why did you hush when Sam was walking? Did you not
I
want him to know that?
appreciate him too, so it's okay.
Well, you're the one that's supposed to.
Oh, they've been married a long time. I think, aren't you supposed to not?
And we're going on 13 years now.
Yeah.
God, just wait till you get 20. Fuck.
20.
Are you at 20? I'm hitting 20 this year.
Yeah, I'm at 20 and a half. Mhm.
I mean, now you sound like a little kid trying to say how old he is.
We're at 190,000 months. I don't know what it's.
So that's Sam. That is right. That's Sam. That's that's Amber's hubby. And tonight, me and him and Amber are going to go shoot a quick scene at the Creative Theater illegally, because that's how we roll.
Hey, steal
And-
some shit while you're there.
I can't get in.
They won't let us in. We're gonna have to go in with bolt cutters and a handgun and a jumping midget or something. But we're gonna shoot a.
I know one.
I like introduce him to Luke. Luke has an unnatural, he has a
Unreasonable fear of little people.
Oh, Sam has a
unreasonable.
story about
Really?
that,
Yeah, I do.
so, you know.
Really?
Unreasonable fear of little people and alligators. I don't know what it is. And, you know, hey, look, there's nothing against little people. They're people. They're humans, blah, blah, blah. But just I'm sorry. I'm a giant. It's just weird.
What would you do if a little person was riding an alligator up from the lake like a surfboard?
Depends if he has a cowboy hat on.
Okay, he has one.
Okay, I'm cool with it. That's just funny.
I think I would be more scared of one with the cowboy hat. Because I always think if you're wearing a cowboy hat, you should. That means you shouldn't wear a cowboy hat unless you're like a United States Marshal or a cowboy or a country.
Well,
music
let's just
singer.
say that if you wear a cowboy hat, there's something wrong with you.
Well, I had this discussion with Amber once. She's shaking her monitor around like it's like a California earthquake.
Jesus Christ. I don't like you anymore. Go home. Oh, shit, he is
You
home.
can't wear a cowboy hat. What if I start wearing an Indian headdress? Is that going to be acceptable? I mean, woo! Look at me. I'm 45. I'm going to wear a hat. I'm going to wear a big giant crazy hat. I have the same thing with tattoos, and I know I'm going to piss off everybody. But
Here
piss
we
off
go.
everybody. Yes.
Here we go.
If you are not in the military, you didn't go to jail, you're not in a motorcycle gang, or you're not an entertainer of some sort, what are you doing with a tattoo? They're for crazy people.
I am a fan of tattoos, and let me tell you why. Because when you're in Gatlinburg and a girl walks by and you're like, ooh, probably shouldn't be looking at her, you look for the tattoo. If she's got a tattoo, then you look at her. If she doesn't have that tattoo, you'd be like, sweetie, it's good to have a good day, and say hi to your father. Because every girl on their 18th birthday now gets a tattoo.
That's what I'm saying.
It takes the
specialness out of it.
Yeah, but it's like
Now-
a highlighter, you know. It's like, you know, we always said about Confederate flags. You know, people that have a Confederate flag, let them fly it, because then you know they're morons. Man, I'm pissing off everybody in our audience.
Do we want
today.
people to like our show anymore? So anyway, I'm just saying, if you wear a cowboy hat, you have tattoos, you have a Confederate flag, if you vote Republican, if you believe in God,
Oh my word.
if you eat ham,
Okay, are you?
if you've had premarital sex, you're okay with me, baby.
Yeah, it's free country, baby. Do what you do.
Hey, we live and let
you.
live. It's just a comedy thing. So people out there wanting to cancel us for me and my view of tattoos, I'm gonna get like 7 messages from chicks that are trying to see me naked.
My least favorite people on the planet are normals. I do not like normal people.
But
Muggles are boring.
But aren't we in a position now where everybody gets tattoos, so that makes them normal?
Well,
Yes. Let me just answer that. Yes. Everybody gets a fucking tattoo.
let me be the pretentious dick that says that I got my first tattoo in 1991 when nobody had tattoos. Nobody had tattoos. It was rock stars,
Inmates,
bikers, inmates, and sailors were the
military people. Yes.
were the only people that had tattoos. I played music, played guitar. I got a tattoo from the same guy that tattooed Axl Rose and Bon Jovi. So I was the shit. And then like 3 years later, everybody got tattoos. I didn't get a new tattoo until I got cover-ups last year. It's the same thing with earrings, man. Me and my dad went to watch Rambo, and it was sold out. So we watched Breakin'. We went to, and
Whoa.
Turbo and Ozone had earrings.
Yes.
So that the next day, me and my brother and my dad was a police officer at the time. We all went and got earrings. We were the only people in Chicago, only men in Chicago with earrings, except for gay dudes. So everybody's like, "Man, you gay? Well, that boy gay. Look at that boy gay." I heard that 30 times a day, and then like 2 years later, everybody got an earring. I took mine out.
I'm just going to say, you got an earring with your dad.
Yeah.
That's
And he
all.
also blew me.
We're not cool. We're not cool anymore, folks. Don't watch our movies. My bachelorette party. I'm gonna to save Luke's reputation.
Don't do that.
The person that threw me my bachelor party was my mom. So Luke went and got a goddamn earring with his daddy.
When I was 9.
You were 9?
Yes.
In 91?
Yeah. Well, and it wasn't an earring. It was the taint. I got the taint pierced.
Now the story is you're just lying.
No, I got an ear pierced when
You
I was
didn't get
9.
no earring at nine
I
years
did,
old.
and my mom had to go to
In
the school
91?
board.
Are you a damn?
No, it was
clever?
84. It was 84 when Rambo and Breakin' were in the theaters.
Okay. That makes more. Yes, so you got.
I got the tattoo in 91 when I was 16. When
Okay,
you could still
sorry.
do it.
Okay.
Sorry.
I thought you were going through time, dude.
The timeline was all screwed up and we were
And-
confused.
And nobody's got a better tattoo than me that I can't get around because it's Thor's hammer. It's a dick. Okay, let me tell you a story about why I have a dick on my arm. Because
That's okay.
we were at Vito's house in Chicago, Vito Tomaselli's house in Chicago with a bunch of us, and I might have accidentally eaten banana bread that was filled with THC. And I wanted to get a cover-up tattoo, and I wanted to get Thor's hammer. Well, it was legal in Illinois. And so I'm sitting there, and the template I had was the one from my Jeep, which has a circle around Thor's hammer, so it doesn't have the bottom part. That's not the pommel. What is it? Whatever. The bottom part of the hammer.
Your story, buddy.
So I'm sitting there leaning against a Street Fighter 2 machine that Vinny wants to play desperately. And I'm just like, am I talking, man? Yeah. And Paulie, Vinny's brother, Vito's brother, he goes, all right, man, let's go give you that tattoo. I was like, all right, man. Hey, man, we don't have the bottom part of it. What do you want to do? And Vinny goes, make it a dick. I was like, what? You don't have balls. You don't have a pair of balls on you. You don't put a dick on your arm. I'm like, yeah, man, let's do that. Make it a dick, man.
Yep, it happens.
So I have a subliminal, completely undeniable dick on my arm.
An erect penis.
Yes.
But it can't be denied anymore because you've just announced it to the world. that
Well,
it's actually
you gotta
intentionally a
realize that
penis.
if I'm going to do something, I want to do it dumb. So
There's 200 people to watch this. I don't think that was a crochet penis. I hope your church service, sir, was really good. And hope you learned a lot about the Lord.
This is much more entertaining.
Dude,
Right.
I just started singing the God is in the Holy Temple song from Poltergeist 2 and it hit me. The preacher from Poltergeist 2 is fucking Joe Biden.
Yes.
My God.
They're having sex?
No, they're like the same person. Dude, that was Joe Biden. That was the preacher in Poltergeist 2.
I'd like to deem this the worst podcast I've ever done. Good night, everybody.